the love of Jesus in the Holy Eucharist. We believe in the love of God for us, a word of deep significance. Faith in the truth of the divine words and promises is exacted of every Christian. That is simply faith. But the faith of love is higher and more perfect. It is the crown of the first. Faith in truth would be sterile if it did not lead to faith in love. What is that love in which we ought to believe? It is the love of Jesus Christ, the love which he testifies to us in the Eucharist, the love which is himself, living and infinite love. Happy they who believe in the love of Jesus Christ in the Eucharist. They love, for to believe is to love. They who are satisfied with believing in the truth of the Eucharist love not at all, or love very little. But what proofs of his love has our Lord given in the Eucharist? In the first place, our Lord has given us his word to that effect. He tells us that he loves us, that he has instituted his sacrament only for love of us. Then, it is true, we believe an honorable man on his word. Why should we put less faith in that of our Lord? When a friend desires to prove to his friend that he loves him, he tells him so, and he presses his hand affectionately. When our Lord wants to show his love for us, he does so in person, discarding the intervention of any third person, whether angelic or human. Love suffers no intermediate agents. He remains in the Holy Eucharist that he may repeat to us incessantly, I love you. You must see that I love you. Our Lord was so afraid that we would eventually forget him that he took up his abode in the midst of us, made his home among us, placed his service within our reach, so that we might not be able to think of him without calling to mind his love. Giving himself thus, he hoped, perhaps, not to be forgotten by men. Whoever reflects seriously on the Eucharist, but above all, whoever participates in it, must feel convinced that our Lord loves him. He feels that he has in him a father. He feels that he is loved as a child. He feels that he has the right to go to him as to a father, and to speak freely with him. When in church, at the foot of the tabernacle, he is at home with his Father. He feels it. I understand why the faithful love to live near churches, under the shadow of the paternal home. Thus Jesus in the most blessed sacrament tells us that he loves us. He repeats it to us interiorly, and makes us feel it. Let us believe in his love. Romans 2, does Jesus love us personally, individually? To this question there is but one answer. Do we belong to the Christian family? In a family, do not the father and the mother love each child with equal love? And if they had some preference, would it not be for the most delicate or infirm? Our Lord has for us the sentiment, at least, of a good father. Why do we refuse him that character? But still more, see how our Lord exercises toward each one of us his personal love. He comes every morning to see each of his children in particular, to visit him, speak to him, embrace him. Although he comes so often, his visit is always as gracious, as loving as if it were the very first. He has not grown old. He is never tired of loving us and of giving himself to each of us. Does he not give himself whole and entire to each one? And if the communicants are more numerous than the hosts, does he not divide himself for them? Does he ever give less to any one? Even if the church is filled with adorers, cannot each one of us pray to Jesus, converse with him? And is he not heard? Is he not answered as favorably as if he were alone in the church? Such is the personal love of Jesus. Every one receives him entire, and does no wrong to any one. As the sun sheds its light on each and all, as the ocean belongs entirely to each and all the fishes, so does Jesus belong to all of us. He is greater than all. He is inexhaustible. Romans 3, another undeniable proof of the love of our Lord is the persistence of that love in the most blessed sacrament. How touching is this thought to the soul that understands. Numberless masses are daily celebrated all over the world. They succeed one another almost without interruption. And how many of these masses, in which Jesus offers himself for us, are unattended? How many without assistance? While, on this new Calvary, Jesus is crying for mercy. Sinners are outraging God and his Christ. Why does our Lord renew his sacrifice so often, since we do not profit by it? Why does he remain day and night on our altars, to which no one comes to receive the graces that he is offering with full hands? Because he is loving, he is hoping, he is expecting. If Jesus came on our altars only on certain days, he would fear that some sinner, impelled by a desire to return to him, might come seeking him and Not finding him, we go away without waiting for him. So, he prefers to await the sinner long years himself rather than make him wait an instant, rather than discourage him, perhaps, when he wants to escape from the slavery of sin. Oh, how few have even a remote idea of the love of Jesus in the most blessed sacrament. And nevertheless, it is true. Oh, we have no faith in the love of Jesus. Would we treat a friend, would we treat any man, as we do our Lord,